I'm still tired when I wake up, like my dream's still near. Snooze bottom, my best friend now. Get me away from here. I got plans, I got things to do. Gotta do my hours, Why is everything so
In this video, I combined 2 different days of walking into one. They were very different. One was very flat and, the grain had already been harvested, the wheat, the hay, and everything. It was just beautiful patches of autumn colors. And then the other day was just full of forest and hills and up and down and crisp, cool air. And I loved that. It was challenging, but I loved it. Through these days, what you do is every, 3 to 5 miles, you walk through a little village. These villages can be anywhere from 50 people to 150 people. And you don't ever see anybody. It's it's almost like a Twilight Zone type of thing. You walk through and it's just broken down, decayed buildings, and then some newer buildings. You see cars, and there will always be a little place to stop and eat and go to the bathroom or even stay if you need to. But you very rarely see very many people, which I find interesting. And this forest that you're looking at right now is so beautiful. It's oak and pine. Anyway, the walk and the hikes were beautiful, and I knew that it was my last of any elevation, so I really breathed in that fresh air. This is another really cool village that I walked into, so you can see just kind of as you're walking, you see this little hamlet. It's beautiful. Even though they have these old decayed buildings like that, I'm going to turn it around in a second, and you'll see where I had lunch, and it was absolutely charming. It was kind of like out of a Beauty and the Beast look. But look at these doors. I was just crazy about the doors. I think I could do an entire book of just the old, rot out, nasty doors that I just love. But I want to know the history of all these, and I just don't have a book. But anyways, you'll see it's just absolutely cool, the texture. This man was sitting outside. I went into his shop. Of course, I'm not going to buy anything that's, I'm not going to haul anything a couple 100 miles, but just a really cool wood shop in there. And again, in an old, decrepit, decayed building. And this sweet old man is doing his thing. He's like, get back in there and buy something. But, cool stuff. They live here, and you can see, look around, you can see the decayed with the cute. Now, here's where I had some lunch, and I was just fascinated by how they put cute little flowers in the windows. And look at the age of this thing. Just adorable. So when you go in, they have food, like a little store inside that you can buy things. And they also have a deli, basically, with, meat that they'll cut for you and cheese that they'll cut. You just tell them how many pieces that you want, and they'll make you a sandwich, which is pretty awesome. But that is the last 2 days. I ended up getting into Burgos and refreshing myself, walking around, seeing the cathedral, and to be honest, I didn't really see much more. I am exhausted. My body hurts, the bottom of my feet are bruised, and I need to heal. So I'm going to stop talking now. There's where you get the deli, but I'm going to stop talking now and just enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, bye-bye.
Start living, 'cause I remember growing up, we rode our bikes all over town, spending all our cash on candy bars, and no one ever told us that tomorrow it might not be gone. Sunny days replaced with weekend jobs. I don't wanna turn back time, I just wanna feel that I'm living life with clarity. Sun shining, it's a new day. Gotta play it cool, keep my head up above the water. Yeah, it's all I gotta do. Quit drinking all that shit till I see the horizon. And when everything is so damn hard, I'll work through it. I postpone everything, worrying about stupid things. No more, no more. 'Cause I remember growing up, we rode our bikes all over town, spending all our cash on candy bars. lucid dreaming, and the walls are giving in. Dark clouds are waiting. I'ma keep my mind straight. I will never let them in. I will find my clarity. Like my dreams to me.
Something you don't hear much of on the Camino is you have to walk through sometimes real ugly parts. And I've been walking on pavement. My choice is pavement or some rocks. And right now, the bottom of my feet are bruised because yesterday was a lot of climbing and going through some rocky areas. So I am choosing kind of a mixture of both, but yeah, I'm on my way to Burgos, and I left early this morning with a group of a Colombian, 2 Spaniards, and an Australian, because I didn't, of course, trust myself at night or in the dark. My GPS is out because my SIM card expired, and I have to get it refilled in Burgos. So I've been using my GPS to get around, and without it, I don't trust myself. The arrows are not as, I don't know, close as they need to be. A lot of times there's a split in the road and it just doesn't tell you where to go. So that's what my morning is like right now, just kind of walking on pavement. Yesterday I went through a beautiful forest. It was very hilly, and I guess that was the last of the hills. Once you get into Burgos, then it's the meseta, which is flat. And so I was enjoying being in the cool air of the mountain area, and the views were beautiful. So anyways, I wanted to show that it's not just all beauty here on the Camino. It's also traffic that you have to watch out for. To Burgos. I have officially hiked 180 miles. I can't even believe it. Today was actually a really hard day. I left a place called Atapuerca this morning in the dark, climbed up some kind of rocky marble, like it was chunky marble, and my ankles were going left and right, and I kind of bruised the bottom of my feet. And then a lot of today was just walking on pavement with trucks going by, and walked by an airport, very industrial area, and you know, then through the city of Burgos is very big. You know, it's a big city, so you have to walk through a real loud area. And so it's kind of a shock to my system after being so many days in like vineyards and fields and forests. You know, this is kind of a shock to my system, but wow, what an amazing city. I got a place to stay, and just 2 blocks down is this beautiful cathedral that I'm looking at. It's behind me. I just wanted to come in here because it's this little alcove, and this man is playing beautiful guitar, so I just gave him some money, and he's you know, continue playing. But look at this. Beautiful, isn't it? Just kind of puts you in the mood to be in Spain. Let me show you some more art in this place. Everywhere you go here, love it. Everywhere you go is art, everywhere. The cathedral is full of it. It actually made me want to cry because there was so much beautiful art. But look at this, is just out in the middle of nowhere, look. Just on the ceiling, and here too. Look at that. Beautiful. And it just goes on and on. Just beautiful. Look at this, the ceiling here. Everything is art. Look at this guy. Seriously. I love this so much. And the food's delicious. And I have a ferocious appetite. I'm just eating like everything. I think I'm burning a ton of calories, so I can do that. But I'm going to turn around and show you what I'm looking at. Look at this. Hello. Is that amazing? And it's larger than you can even imagine. Inside it just goes on and on. I paid €4.50 to go in, and I'm not kidding you, every square inch is carved and painted, and wood, marble, stained glass, you know, paintings, fabrics, everything is just exquisite, and every inch is covered. You can't take pictures in there, but look it up, the cathedral in Burgos, and you'll see what I mean. I left a place that was really interesting today. It was called Atapuerco, and just a little town on this trail of the Camino, and just happened to stop there because I was tired. And it turns out that it's a UNESCO heritage site, and it had some of the oldest human remains found in, you know, like we used to be cannibals, they said. So very interesting. Anyways, I'm rambling, but I am going to go explore a little bit and show some of that to you on here. And yeah, tomorrow I start a whole new chapter. I think that it's called the Meseta, where the flat plains, and you know, it'll be a whole new chapter for me after climbing all the mountains and everything. So never a dull moment.